Hello, beautiful ones, and welcome to Called by Spirit, episode 3. This is about me sharing some of my experiences and what I went through at a very young age, in hopes that maybe it will help you in some way, give you some hope, give you some courage, help you find your inner strength. Now, first off, I want to start with I grew up in an age where we didn't yet have computers when I was in school, right? I was in the era of when computers did come about, they were floppy disks, right? You had the startup disk, and then you had to put the other disk in. And then when we did finally have internet, it was AOL dial up. Okay, yes, I'm a dinosaur. Not really, but yes, I'm a dinosaur. So I want to acknowledge, because I think it's important for us to acknowledge that what bullying was for me in school, what being picked on for me in school, name calling, I am sure compared to today's society with the internet, with social media, it's 1,000 times more stressful. Okay. I want to acknowledge that. I want you to know I have compassion for you. I also want you to think of a little bit of something. Okay. Do you like every single person in your life? No, it's not realistic, right? We don't like every single person walking this earth because it's not because we don't want to like them, it's because they don't vibrate at our energy field. And guess what? When you're someone who's special, has special talents, special gifts, even if you don't understand them yet, okay, there's some confusion around them. Know that that in itself makes you very special and very gifted and very, very worthy. So these people that pick on you, call you names, bully you, okay, that's their shit, not yours. Does that make that any less painful? No, it doesn't. I acknowledge that too. However, I wish when I was going through it, I had someone who also had gone through it to say to me, you know what? You don't understand now, but you will understand later. It's making you a stronger person. It's making you a person with courage. And I know sometimes you want to go hide your head in the sand. I get it. Lock yourself away from the rest of the world and not even want to come out. Pull the covers up over your head. God, I don't want to go to school today. I don't want to deal with this again. I get it. So I'm going to share with you a couple of my experiences. Okay. When I was in first grade, I think it was first or second grade, I was on the playground. I was on the monkey bars. And this girl in my school, now I don't know if she was dared from other kids. I don't know if she was jealous of me because maybe boys were talking about me. I don't know. You're like 6, 7 years old, right? I was either in first or second grade, but still, I was a kid. I was a kid. I don't know till this day. And I actually went to her house when we were teenagers and didn't even think to ask her then why she did what she did. But the point of the story is I was on the monkey bars and she came over to the monkey bars. I was hanging upside down by my feet and she pulled me off the monkey bars by my hair. And there was all sand underneath the monkey bars. And she was literally like dragging me around the sand by my hair, and I could not get her to get off of me. I could not get her to let go of my hair. So what did I do? Well, my root chakra kicked in, right? Fight or flight. So the only thing I could do was bite her in the leg to get her to let go of me. Okay? Now, I was taught at a very young age, children were to be seen and not heard. So I didn't say anything. I was like, okay, this is over with. You know, she went off. I don't even remember if she was crying. All I know is she let go of my hair, and that's all I wanted her to do. And I think it was the next day or a few days later, I was in the cafeteria. Now, when you're in grammar school, everybody pretty much has lunch at the same time. Or there's, first through third grade have lunch, and then fourth through sixth grade have lunch, right? Something like that. I just know the cafeteria was filled with kids, all having their lunch, including me. And the next thing I knew, the principal of the school went up to the front of the cafeteria and she called my name. And I was like, okay. So I was raised to be respectful and listen to your adults. So I went up to the front of the cafeteria, not thinking anything other than, I wonder why she's calling me up to the front of the cafeteria. So I went up to the front of the cafeteria and she turned me around so that I was facing everyone and proceeded to tell me that I was an animal and animals deserve to be put in cages and I should be put in a cage. Now, she never called me down to her office to say, what happened? I had so-and-so's parents in my office. You bruised her leg. You bit her so hard that you bruised her leg. What did you do? No. And when I tried to explain to her what had happened, she shut me down. So when you're a child who at that time you don't realize you have abandonment issues because you're so young, right? And then that happens to you. How do you think your self-worth is? Not very good. How do you think you're going to want to stick up and stand up for yourself? Not very good. It's a horrible feeling to be humiliated in front of, I don't even know how many kids. It was a lot. Like I said, the lunchroom was completely packed. I couldn't even tell you how many kids there were. But I was literally humiliated when that happened. That caused me to coil myself back even more. Even more. And then as I grew, and my name being Violetta, people would call me Vile. Now, vile is nasty, right? It's like, it's nasty. That's what vile pretty much means, is nasty. So I was having kids call me Vile, and I had no idea why. Could it have stemmed from that incident? Could have. I didn't know. So again, that caused me to keep myself small, not to allow myself to expand, not to allow myself to find out who I was. Because if I tried, right, people confined me. People would put me in a cage if I did something wrong, even if it was to protect myself. Even if it was to protect myself. Think about it. 7 years old, being dragged around by your hair, by another female student, And the only thing you can do to get her to let go of you, even though you're screaming and there's aides in the parking lot, right outside the grounds that aren't obviously hearing you, because maybe they're busy with their attention on other kids. I don't know. I bit her. So that really hit my self-esteem at a very, very young age. All right. And that really affected me in the long term in my life, as far as speaking, being afraid to speak, because if I did, who was going to listen to me? They were going to believe whatever they wanted to believe anyway. They weren't going to believe me. And that just didn't happen in school. It happened at home as well. I would tell my mother things and she would believe another sibling over me, even though what I was telling her was the truth. So again, why bother speaking, right? Why bother speaking? Well, you know what? Keep speaking. Keep standing up for yourself. Because you know what? If no one else is going to protect you, you need to protect yourself in a good way. Okay, I want to make that very clear. I'm not saying go off half-cocked and hurt somebody. That's not what I'm saying. Hold your head up high, because that only validates more just how special you are. You may not understand it right now. You may not get it right now. But I am telling you right now, you are very special. God's got a beautiful plan for you. And these things that happen to you throughout your life are going to make you 10 times stronger down the road. But here's the nice thing that you have that I didn't have. You have someone willing to share their journey with you so that you know you're not alone in any of this. You're not the only one. Even if you feel like you're the only one going through this, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. So do you find yourself escaping to your room after school or hanging with friends that you feel are your friends and only keeping yourself there? Do you go to parties and find yourself being the one sitting there observing and not participating? There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. And you can heal that. You can heal yourself. You can do it not only with therapy, but you can do it with journaling your feelings. You can do it with prayer. You can do it with meditation. You can do it with the whole combination. But don't let someone else douse your light because of their insecurities, because of their own self-worth. Think about it. Think about it. The bully on the school ground that takes all the kids' money, right? Thinks he's big, thinks he's bad. Maybe he's being bullied at home from his father. Maybe he's being beaten on a daily basis. You don't know what these people have been programmed in their childhood. You don't know. You don't know. I had a lot of love to give in my childhood. I have a lot of love to give now. And I got that from my grandmother because she was an amazing, strong, independent woman. She had a business. She didn't just take care of one child's children. She kind of took care of them all one time or another. May not have been all at once, but definitely one time or another. And a couple of times it was all at once. And I'm grateful for that. because she was my rock. So, find that one person that's your rock, that one person you feel safe to share with. I tell my children all the time, from the time they were growing up, if you have things going on, you can always come to me and talk to me. But if you don't feel safe for whatever reason talking to me, find somebody that you feel safe talking to. Because that's important. It's important. And I offer transformational coaching sessions. If it's something you're interested in, we can do them via Zoom. If you live in my area, we can do them in person. Email me. Set something up. But know you are so worth everything. You are a diamond in the rough. That's all you are. Trying to find your way. Trying to figure things out. And, here's the other thing with social media, which is why if you look at my social media, it's mostly my videos that I put up and the blessings that come into my life, because I like to share those. I think those are pretty awesome, right? But I'm not like other people that have to have attention by putting every little thing that's going on in their life on social media. I don't need anyone else's validation, because I validate myself, because I have a beautiful connection with God, with spirit, with the universe. Now, I'm not saying I don't want people in my life. Trust me, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is I don't need another person to validate me. I validate myself, because I know what my gifts are. I know what I can bring to the world. And that's all that matters to me. And if one person sees this video and hears the message and understand that they are worthy and that they're gifted and that they're a beautiful, beautiful child of God, if I can stop that one person from contemplating suicide, because I've been there myself, if I could stop that one person from coiling back in their shell and not being the beautiful person they want to be. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be a model. I wanted to be a singer. But I didn't become any of those because I lacked the confidence. I was afraid to speak. I would not, even 8 years ago, if someone told me you will be on YouTube creating inspirational videos by sharing your stories with others, I would tell them okay, what drug are you taking today? What drug are you taking today? I was the one when people would say, Vi will get up there and she'll take a stand and I'd be like, no, Susie right here, she's good for that. Now, I speak to people all the time. I talk to groups. I do group healing. I do retreats, which is why sometimes it's hard for me to figure out how to get these videos up for you guys, but I don't give up because I know this is what I'm being pushed to do. So I would like to close this with another one of my poems that I wrote when I very first started doing the inner healing work back in 2004, almost 20 years ago. Oh my God, where did the time go, guys, right? So I want to read this poem to you, and maybe it'll strike a chord, maybe it won't. But this is how I was feeling at the time of my healing. I had gone through a second divorce. I went from a 3,200 square foot home to a apartment that was pretty much like an open floor plan. I had curtains up to divide my bed from the living room, my bedroom from the living room. I had my daughter with me. So we were confined. Thank God I had a big kitchen because I'm a cooker. I'm Italian. I love to cook. But that's when I came back to New York. I was living in New Hampshire at the time because I felt like I had to come full circle with my past. So I would like to share this video with you. Sorry, guys. I would like to share this poem with you. Okay? I look in the mirror at the reflection staring back at me. This person from years ago I do not recognize. I often wonder if she's still there, hiding deep inside me, waiting to fall on bended knees. Such pain for her is what I see. A broken child lies deep inside of me. Filled with hurt, sorrow, deceit, a world filled with broken promises is what she sees. A world she does not understand, filled with such hate for the common man. Pain brought to others without reason, of course. Such such cruelty she doesn't understand, for she's always reaching out a kinder hand. For years have gone by since I last saw her face. The scars she left in my heart remain. Give me a second. Vulnerability. Here we go. One-on-one, guys. Okay. The years have gone by since I last saw her face. The scars she left in my heart remain. From time to time, she still feels the pain. Hush, my child, inside is what I say. Look at you now. Look at what you have become. All that pain you once felt has now faded away. The rain has now turned into a sunshining day. Sunshining days. I gotta get those tears out of my eyes so I can see straight. A caring, loving, devoted person you are now. For those around you know you as you are. Your secrets are safe with me, for I have buried them deep inside of me. I look in the mirror at the reflection staring back at me. The child I look for to comfort and hold, I no longer can see. I now realize where she has gone. She is the person staring back at me. So, there you have it, guys. That was my vulnerability for today. I hope that these series of videos help someone realize what an amazing person you are. Even if you don't feel it right now. Even if you don't feel it right now, you are amazing. Amazing. Mwah! From my heart to yours, many, 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 many love, light, and blessings are coming your way. Believe in it, feel it, heal those wounds. Don't bury them deep down inside of you because they're going to come bubbling up one day anyway. So deal with them now. I wish I had someone when I was 23, 24, 18 teaching me how to do that. Because, man, I'd be totally different than I am today. But you know what? I'm right where I'm meant to be. I am right where I'm meant to be. This is my purpose. I had to go through all that to have the courage and the strength to do this right now. Take care, guys. Please give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if it resonates for you. Share it. Please share it on your social media because there's somebody out there that needs to hear it. And as always, guys, please subscribe. Click on that bell for all notifications. And I will see you next Sunday with another share. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Be well.